It's something millions of us use every single month. We reach for them without a second thought, trusting they're safe. I'm talking about tampons. They're an essential part of life for so many. From young teenagers to adults, tampons are a staple in menstrual hygiene. But what if I told you these everyday products might be hiding something harmful, something that could potentially affect your health? Scientists have found toxic pesticides lurking in tampons sold right here in the UK. These findings are not just alarming but also raise serious questions about product safety. It's a discovery that's understandably causing a lot of concern. People are beginning to question the safety of products they once trusted implicitly. Imagine the surprise when you find out that a product designed for such intimate use could be a source of potentially dangerous chemicals. It's a shocking revelation. For years, we've assumed that the items we rely on for menstrual hygiene are thoroughly checked and completely safe. This assumption is now being challenged. This new information shatters that assumption. It's a wake-up call for consumers everywhere. The trust we place in these products is significant. We rely on them for our health and well-being. Now that trust is being seriously tested. People are demanding answers and accountability. Many people are now asking urgent questions about safety and transparency. They want to know what's really in their tampons. The tampons in question were bought from well-known UK retailers. This makes the issue even more pressing. This makes the findings even more unsettling. It's not just a niche problem. It's widespread. It's not about pointing fingers at one specific brand, but about looking at a wider problem in the industry. The entire sector needs scrutiny. How can these chemicals be present in products that are so widely used and considered essential by so many individuals across the country? It's a question that demands answers. The main culprit causing all this alarm is a pesticide called glyphosate. Its presence in tampons is a cause for serious concern. So how did this all come to light? A group of scientists decided it was time to investigate. They were driven by growing concerns about the safety of everyday products. They bought 15 boxes of tampons from popular brands, aiming to uncover any hidden dangers. Their mission was simple: to test them and find out exactly what chemicals they contained. They wanted to ensure the safety of these products. The results they uncovered were quite startling. The presence of glyphosate, a controversial herbicide, was unexpected. The study included a wide range of popular and commonly used tampons, ensuring a comprehensive analysis. Big names like Tampax and Lil-Lets were on their list, making the findings even more significant. They also tested own-brand tampons from major retailers such as Superdrug, Tesco, and Boots, covering a broad spectrum of products. One particular sample showed a worrying level of glyphosate, raising immediate red flags. The amount detected was 0.004 milligrams per kilogram, a figure that shocked the researchers. That level is 40 times higher than the maximum amount allowed in our drinking water in both the UK and the European Union, a staggering comparison. The official limit for glyphosate in drinking water is set at a very low 0.0001 milligrams per kilogram, highlighting the severity of the findings. This stark difference raises a massive question. How can such high levels be present in products meant for intimate use? If these levels of glyphosate are deemed unsafe for us to drink in our water, why are they being found in products used so intimately inside our bodies? This contradiction is alarming. It's a question that demands an immediate and clear answer from regulators. The public deserves to know the truth about the safety of these products. So, what exactly is this chemical glyphosate that's causing all the fuss? Why is it at the center of so many debates and health concerns? Glyphosate is the world's most popular weed killer, used extensively in agriculture and gardening. It's an herbicide designed to kill unwanted plants, making it a favorite among farmers and gardeners alike. Farmers use it extensively on crops, and it's also found in many garden weed control products, making it ubiquitous in our environment. The health concerns surrounding glyphosate are not new. They have been a topic of discussion and research for many years. In March 2015, the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer classified glyphosate as probably carcinogenic to humans, sparking widespread concern. This warning from a major global health authority is one of the key reasons its presence in tampons is so alarming, raising questions about everyday exposure. Some scientific studies have also suggested links between glyphosate exposure and other serious health conditions, adding to the growing list of concerns. For instance, there are concerns about its potential role in the development of Parkinson's disease, a debilitating neurological condition. Other neurological issues and reproductive problems have also been mentioned in connection with glyphosate exposure, making it a multifaceted health risk. Many tampons are made primarily from cotton, and cotton is a crop that is often sprayed heavily with pesticides like glyphosate during its cultivation, leading to potential contamination. When a tampon containing these residues is used, the chemicals can be absorbed by the highly permeable mucous membranes of the vagina, posing a direct risk to women's health. While the discovery of glyphosate in tampons is deeply concerning, it's important to understand that this might not be an isolated issue. Previous research has hinted that other unwelcome substances could be lurking in our period products. Over the years, various studies and tests have flagged the presence of other contaminants. For example, traces of heavy metals have been detected in some tampons. We're talking about substances like lead and arsenic, which are known to be toxic to the human body, even in small amounts. More recently, a study published on July 3, 2024, delved deeper into this issue of metallic contaminants. Researchers from the UC Berkeley School of Public Health conducted this investigation. The findings were quite revealing and unsettling. It's no surprise that these scientific findings have set alarm bells ringing among health professionals and environmental experts. They are very concerned about what this means for public health. Amy Healy, from the Pesticide Collaboration, questioned the discrepancy in safety standards. Josie Cohen, from the Pesticide Action Network UK, expressed genuine shock that a chemical like glyphosate could be found in tampons readily available on UK shop shelves. Helen Lynn, from the Women's Environmental Network, described the situation as nothing short of scandalous. She pointed out the inherent contradiction of allowing pesticides linked to cancer and other toxic chemicals associated with reproductive and hormonal diseases to be present in period products. Her call was for complete transparency from manufacturers about what goes into their products. This whole disturbing episode with pesticides and tampons really throws a harsh spotlight onto a much bigger question. How exactly are period products like tampons and sanitary pads regulated here in the UK and indeed elsewhere? Most of us probably assume that such intimate and essential items would be subject to incredibly strict safety controls and rigorous testing. However, the reality might be quite different and far less reassuring than we would hope. The report that brought these alarming glyphosate findings to public attention suggested that the UK government needs to step in and introduce robust, specific regulations for all period products sold in this country. A key part of this new regulatory framework should be the establishment of a regular testing scheme. The controversy surrounding glyphosate is not a brand new issue. Over in the United States, glyphosate has been a subject of intense debate and legal battles for a number of years now. Monsanto, the company that originally developed and manufactured the widely used weed killer Roundup, has faced an enormous number of lawsuits. Many of these lawsuits were filed by individuals who had been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma, a type of cancer. In 2020, Bayer, the company that now owns Monsanto, agreed to pay almost $11 billion to settle the majority of these existing Roundup cancer claims. The state of California has also taken a notable stance on glyphosate. In 2017, California's Office of Environmental Health Hazard Assessment added glyphosate to its Proposition 65 list. Despite these substantial legal settlements and state-level warnings, the scientific and public debate over glyphosate safety continues. Hearing all this news about pesticides and other chemicals in tampons can naturally make anyone feel quite worried. Many people will now be looking for information on safer alternatives. Some health and consumer advocates suggest looking for period products that have fewer and simpler ingredients. Organic cotton tampons are frequently mentioned as a potentially safer alternative. Beyond just looking for different types of tampons, it's also worth remembering that there are other kinds of period products available on the market. Traditional menstrual pads are one widely used option. Another choice that has been gaining a lot of popularity in recent years is the menstrual cup. Ultimately, it's about researching the options and finding what feels safest and works best for your individual needs and preferences. This situation, with the discovery of potentially harmful pesticides like glyphosate in tampons, simply cannot be ignored. It's a serious wake-up call for everyone involved: consumers, manufacturers, and regulatory bodies. Immediate and decisive action is essential to address these concerns and rebuild trust. One of the most fundamental changes needed is a commitment to full transparency. As consumers, we have an undeniable right to know exactly what is in the products we purchase and use. Manufacturers of period products must be required to provide complete and clear ingredient lists. Alongside transparency, much stronger and more comprehensive regulations are vitally important. Governments and regulatory agencies must develop and implement robust, legally enforceable standards for all period products. Finally, our collective voice as consumers holds real power. By making informed choices and speaking out about our concerns, we can collectively